Imagine yourself diving deep beneath the ocean, where sunlight is reduced to faint streaks piercing through the deep blue waters. There, among the silent coral reefs and the gentle ocean currents, a shadow flickers, neither too fast nor too slow, but just enough to make you wonder, what did I just see? It looks like a rock, then like a clump of seaweed, and in the blink of an eye, it vanishes as if it never existed. Welcome to the world of the octopus, a creature that not only survives but masters the art of deception in nature, to the point where even the great white shark, the ocean's most feared predator, must swim away with an empty stomach. Our protagonist today is not the kind of hero with muscles or a ruler who dominates with sheer strength. No, the octopus is a master of subtlety, a disguise artist with a sharp mind and an incredible ability to adapt. If nature were a chess game, the octopus would be the grandmaster, always several moves ahead of its opponent. But what has turned this soft, boneless, faunless creature into a symbol of survival in an ocean full of threats? To answer that, we need to take a step back, diving deeper into the place where it all begins, the ocean floor, the home of the octopus. Think of the ocean as a vast stage where every creature plays a role. The great white shark is the fierce warrior, the whale is the gentle giant, and the sea turtle is the patient traveler. But the octopus? It doesn't choose to be the hero or the villain, it's the director, the one behind the curtain, pulling the strings without anyone noticing. Its home isn't in deep caves or vibrant coral reefs. Instead, the octopus adapts to wherever it finds itself, a small crevice in the rocks, an abandoned seashell, even a discarded plastic bottle floating in the sea. I once heard a story from divers in the Pacific. They saw an octopus curled up inside an old shoe, as if it were the perfect minimalist studio apartment for a solitary creature. It's almost comical how an animal this intelligent cares so little about interior design. But don't let its humble appearance fool you. The octopus is not just an ordinary resident of the ocean, it is an essential part of the underwater ecosystem. With 8 flexible arms, a uniquely distributed brain, and the ability to change color faster than a traffic light, the octopus plays the roles of both predator and prey, as well as a master illusionist in the complex food chain. It feeds on crabs, shrimp, and unlucky small fish that fail to escape in time, yet it is also on the menu for sharks, seals, and humans, especially those who enjoy grilled octopus at seaside restaurants. However, what makes the octopus truly remarkable is not its strength or speed, but its ability to turn weaknesses into advantages. It doesn't have a hard shell like a clam, nor sharp teeth like a shark, yet it has survived and even thrived for millions of years. What's the secret? Intelligence and ingenuity, which we are about to uncover. Imagine you are a great white shark, gliding through the water, hungry and ready to snatch anything that moves. Suddenly, you spot an octopus, small, soft, seemingly the perfect snack. You lunge forward, jaws wide open, ready to end things in a single bite. But then, something strange happens. Your prey suddenly disappears. It doesn't flee, it doesn't swim away, it simply melts into the environment, as if it never existed. You circle around, confused, wondering if your eyes are playing tricks on you. Meanwhile, the octopus sits motionless, watching you, and I'd bet it's thinking, idiot, check more carefully next time. The octopus's camouflage ability is not just a magic trick, it is a survival weapon honed through millions of years of evolution. Unlike other creatures that rely on speed or strength to escape, the octopus chooses to play a game of hide and seek with its predators. It can change the color and texture of its skin to blend in with coral, sand, or even moss-covered rocks. Scientists call this ability cryptic coloration, a fancy term for describing its ninja-like skills in the ocean. But what's even more fascinating is that the octopus doesn't just rely on its eyes to do this. With a distributed nervous system, it can sense its surroundings and adjust its body almost instantly. Some researchers even suggest that each of its arms has a kind of consciousness of its own, allowing it to react faster than waiting for commands from its central brain. It sounds like a superpower from a sci-fi movie, but it's real, and this is just the first step in the octopus's dramatic survival story. So, we've stepped into the world of the octopus, a small yet mysterious creature living in an ocean full of lurking dangers. But the story doesn't end with camouflage or evasion. How does an octopus manage to fool even the great white shark, the so-called killing machine of the sea? To understand that, we need to dive deeper into its arsenal, the tricks that even the fiercest predators can't anticipate. Get ready, because things are about to get much more thrilling. Imagine yourself floating in the middle of the ocean, the freezing water slipping through your fingers. Then, from somewhere in the murky depths, a massive shadow glides toward you. Your heart pounds as you realize it's a great white shark. Jagged teeth, cold black eyes, and a tail slicing through the water like a deadly warning. You think nothing can escape it, right? But then, in that tense moment, something strange happens. The shark's prey, a small octopus, suddenly stops moving. It doesn't swim away, doesn't curl up in fear, it just lies there, lifeless, its color drained, tentacles limp as if it has given up all hope. The shark circles, sniffs, and then leaves. You could almost hear the octopus sigh in relief, if it could breathe, because it has just deceived the ocean's most fearsome predator with an outstanding performance, playing dead. Welcome to the next chapter of our story, where the octopus is not just a master of camouflage but also an exceptional actor. We've seen it disappear among corals and rocks, but now, it's taking its survival game to the next level, convincing predators that it's not even worth the effort. This isn't just a random act or a mere instinct. It's the result of a sophisticated evolutionary process, a strategy honed over millions of years to outwit relentless hunters like the great white shark. But how does a soft, boneless creature with no weapons in its arsenal manage to make the king of the ocean turn away? Let's dive deeper to uncover the secret. When a great white shark spots an octopus, everything happens fast. The shark relies on its keen sense of smell to detect blood in the water and its sharp vision to lock onto even the slightest movement. The octopus knows this, not in the way we consciously calculate things, but it instinctively understands that if it panics and tries to flee, it'll be lunch within 3 seconds. So, instead of running, the octopus does something most creatures wouldn't dare to try: it freezes. Its entire body goes still, its color fades to a pale gray or ghostly white, making it look like a decaying corpse. Some octopus species even curl their tentacles and release a bit of mucus to make the act more convincing. Sharks, preferring fresh, moving prey, often lose interest in something that looks expired. And just like that, the shark swims away, leaving the octopus to live another day. I don't know about you, but I think this deserves a standing ovation, an Oscar-worthy performance. But don't think this is just a lucky trick. Behind this act of playing dead lies a complex biological mechanism that scientists are still trying to fully understand. The octopus has an incredibly unique nervous system. Unlike us, where everything is controlled from a central brain, the octopus distributes its intelligence throughout its body. About 2/3 of its neurons are located in its 8 tentacles, making each arm a mini-brain capable of reacting independently. When facing danger, these tentacles don't wait for commands from headquarters, they instinctively coordinate to change color, adjust posture, and even release ink to create a smokescreen. Imagine having 8 highly skilled assistants who instinctively know what to do in a crisis without you shouting, "Run." That's how the octopus operates, a perfectly designed survival machine. And then, there's its secret weapon, ink. When playing dead isn't enough to fool its enemies, the octopus pulls its ultimate trick, releasing a thick cloud of black ink into the predator's face. This isn't just a simple distraction. The octopus's ink contains special chemical compounds that temporarily paralyze a shark's sense of smell for a few critical seconds. While the shark is left disoriented, wondering, where did the scent go, the octopus has already slipped away, quietly hiding in a crevice or vanishing into the water. One fascinating study even found that some octopus species can alter the composition of their ink depending on the predator, like having a chemical menu tailored for different situations. Against sharks, the ink is denser and darker. Against smaller fish, a lighter mist is enough. I don't know about you, but I think the octopus deserves to be called the ocean's chemist. To put this into perspective, imagine being chased by a vicious guard dog. You don't just pretend to faint, you also throw down a smoke bomb, and while the dog is coughing in confusion, you disappear around the corner. That's exactly what the octopus does, except underwater, and with much more style. In fact, scientists estimate that an octopus can eject ink up to 3 to 4 meters away, creating a fog zone that completely conceals its body. And the most impressive part? It does all of this in less than a second, faster than you can blink while watching a video of it. But life in the ocean isn't always a series of flawless performances. Sometimes, the great white shark isn't so easily fooled. With its massive size, up to 6 meters long and weighing over 2 tons, along with teeth strong enough to crush whale bones, it is an opponent that even an octopus must respect. There are moments when the octopus doesn't have time to play dead or release ink, and in those moments, its survival instincts are truly put to the test. Can it escape the shark's razor-sharp jaws? Or is this the moment when even the greatest trickster must accept defeat? The answer isn't as simple as you might think, and to understand it, we need to take a closer look at how the octopus faces its greatest challenges. By now, you can see that the octopus doesn't just survive, it masters the art of survival. From camouflage to playing dead to ink spraying, every trick is a piece of its intricate survival puzzle. But the story isn't over yet. How does such a small creature turn near-death moments into victories? And what makes it not only evade sharks but also leave a lasting lesson for nature itself? Stay with me, because things are about to get even more exciting. Now, imagine you are a tiny octopus, having just escaped from the jaws of a great white shark with a spectacular ink cloud maneuver. The inky cloud slowly dissipates into the water, and you slip into a narrow crevice, heart-pounding. Wait, actually, an octopus has 3 hearts, so perhaps all 3 are racing. The shark circles for a moment, its keen nose searching for a trace, but then, like an uninvited guest, it gives up and vanishes into the darkness of the ocean. You survive, not by strength, not by speed, but by cunning and a touch of masterful acting. But this won't be the last time you face danger. The ocean is an unforgiving arena, and the octopus's survival story still has its final chapters worth telling. After the tense showdown with the shark, the octopus doesn't rush out of its hiding spot. It curls up within the rocky crevice, its tentacles tucked in, its colors blending seamlessly with the surroundings as if nothing had ever happened. On the ocean floor, life gradually returns to its usual rhythm. Tiny fish swim by, shrimp and crabs quietly scavenge for food, and the gentle currents carry away the last remnants of the recent battle. But don't think the octopus will stay put forever. Just a few minutes later, it is ready to emerge, crawling out of its den, tentacles stretching, its sharp eyes scanning for the next meal. There is no room for hesitation in the ocean, and the octopus knows this better than anyone. It is both a survivor and a predator, and its story is an endless cycle of life and death. What truly amazes me is how the octopus turns its most dangerous moments into opportunities to prove itself. Think about its encounter with the great white shark. Not only did it escape death, but it also left an impression on its predator: don't mess with me. But the secret doesn't lie solely in playing dead or the ink cloud. It lies in the octopus's unparalleled adaptability, something even humans could envy. Scientists once observed an octopus in the waters of Indonesia. When pursued by a smaller shark, it didn't just release ink. It picked up a coconut shell from the ocean floor, slipped inside, and locked the door, as if saying, "Close today, come back tomorrow." The shark circled for a while before giving up, while the octopus patiently waited inside its temporary fortress. If that isn't peak intelligence, I don't know what is. But don't forget that an octopus's life isn't always filled with dazzling victories. Sometimes, it loses. A starving great white shark, with an even sharper sense of smell, might not be fooled by the act of playing dead or the ink cloud. A single careless moment, such as when the octopus is too focused on hunting and fails to notice an approaching predator, could be the end. The ocean is impartial, and the octopus, no matter how intelligent, is still just another part of the food chain. But it is precisely these failures that highlight the value of the survival it achieves. Every day it outlives is a triumph. Every time it deceives a shark is a story worth retelling. And over millions of years, octopuses have proven that survival does not require size or brute strength, just intelligence and flexibility are enough. Behind all these tricks lies a lesson nature has written for us. The octopus is not just a creature, it is a symbol of resilience, of turning adversity into an advantage. Think about it, no backbone, no weapons, no speed, yet it holds its ground in an ocean teeming with predators. Scientists have even drawn inspiration from octopuses to develop technology, from soft robots capable of shapeshifting to advanced camouflage materials for the military. A small creature at the bottom of the sea, seemingly insignificant, is quietly shaping the way humans perceive intelligence and adaptability. I don't know about you, but I find this absolutely fascinating, almost as if the octopus is whispering to us, "Learn from me, for I have survived longer than you can imagine." And when we take a broader look, the octopus's story is not just about itself, it is about nature, and about us. The ocean, with all its chaos and beauty, is a mirror reflecting the human world. We, too, face our own sharks, challenges, pressures, moments when everything seems to be against us. But like the octopus, we can choose how to confront them, not with brute force, but with cleverness, adaptability, and sometimes, a little bit of acting to get through. The octopus doesn't need to be the strongest to survive, it only needs to be the smartest in the crucial moment. And perhaps, that is something we, too, can learn from it in this life.